slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you
Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth episode of Founders Gyan. Today we have Ms. Shobhraj with us. She's the founder of Abstrabit Technologies, having 13 years of experience into tech world, and she started her own founder in 2022, being a woman leader and starting her own founder, especially in the domain of AI, which is the recent trend, if we call it to be. And she had the courage to start her own thing, and it's going really well. And Abstrabit is now currently building AI agents. So let's hear from us. Hi, Shobhraj, how are you?
Hello, Mansi. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, so welcome to Founders GAN. So in this podcast, we're gonna have like two sections of discussions. So one we want to know about is we want to take GAN from you, all the knowledge you have, the which you have put in building your own startup, and other would be a little fun section where you can just be yourself and have a little fun, and we can
Sure.
get to know the actual Shobhraj.
Yep, definitely.
So, are you ready? Shall we begin?
Yep.
Okay. So the first question for GAN round is describe in 6.5 words what made you start your own company, and 0.5 words for your favorite punctuation mark.
Yeah, 6.5 words is interesting. But
Yeah.
Mansi, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me for your podcast. I know we had multiple reschedules, but finally we meet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, about Abstrabit, I started Abstrabit because I realized, there is a segment of companies who are looking for quality services, but they cannot work with limited players in the market like, TCS, Infosys, Accenture, since their cost and the turnaround time is something which is designed to cater to large companies. So this is
Right.
something which people who have seen both the worlds like us and are true believers in providing world-class service can build. So this is how Abstrabit was founded. And since the last 2.5 years, we have been specializing in building AI agents for healthcare companies.
Oh, that's great. Healthcare is a very good domain. That's what I believe. And putting like integrating AI with healthcare is even like it's a good
Yep.
combination.
Yeah, it's life changing. It is actually impacting the life of patients, people who own healthcare companies,
Yeah.
and saving money for insurance companies as well.
Right.
Yep.
Hour of need, we can call it to be.
Yeah, correct.
That, that's good. Okay. So moving on to the next question. What's a unique trait of your personality that you believe makes you a successful CEO? Because everybody is different and you have become a CEO now. So what's that trait of yours?
Correct. So see, I don't want to show off, but but in every interaction or situation, I try to understand the other person's perspective. So this also means that a lot of times I get sandwiched between expectations of my clients and my team's capabilities, right? Because I understand my clients' pain points as well. I understand what the challenges my team is going through. But
Correct.
this attitude definitely helps me manage my own emotions in any situation so that I can think logically and not emotionally. That is very helpful.
Right. And I think the correct balance between being emotional and logical is what I think
Keeps
makes you a successful CEO, right?
correct, yeah.
Okay, so coming to the next question, it's like my personal favorite. And as a woman CEO, even though like we have made significant changes in our society and we have made a lot of progress, but there still seems to be some criticism coming, and that's natural. Like it's not even intentional sometimes. So, have you ever faced this in your journey of becoming a CEO, or like during this journey?
Yep. I mean, it feels sad that we are still having this conversation, but again, on the other side, it's very important also to have this conversation. So that is how our society is conditioned. Sometimes, especially from our male colleagues or even from our female colleagues, we see
Yeah,
that there is some kind of a bias when you have a male professional versus a female professional. So this is not something that we expect, but
yeah,
in my life, if coming back to my life, frankly speaking, I have never faced any criticism because of my gender. But yes, definitely I have been in many situations, sometimes in college groups, sometimes in company meetings, outings, or entrepreneurs meeting, and I'm so used to it now that sometimes I don't even realize that I'm the only woman. So, and I have some really good male friends as well. But nowadays there has been a lot of effort in promoting women professionals in different industries, and I feel it's very helpful and very important.
Right, me too. I personally believe it's important because for so many years we've been suppressed. So now it's time we come up. And yeah, especially talking about like tech industry, people have this notion in their mind, which is inbuilt, that women can't
Yeah.
do tech. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I definitely understand, but being on the other side as a woman leader, I think we are here. Our role is very important to, eliminate that bias.
correct. That's important. Right. Okay. So moving on to the next question, how does your business differentiate itself, given that there are many startups offering similar services? Looks like when you started building your startup. So
Uh,
what was that unique thing you kept in here because you already knew there are a lot of competitors you have, and that too like not well-established companies, but just startups.
Correct, correct. Yeah, I definitely understand. So,
Mhm.
how we differentiate ourselves is we take pride in our team. But technically speaking, we are into developing AI agents, especially for healthcare. So
Okay.
having this niche differentiates us because we provide consultations along with the development. And for us, we can leverage our expertise from different projects and make our future projects excellent. So that is how we are different.
Good. So that fusion is really good, the healthcare one.
Yep.
And agents are also now coming very quickly and nicely.
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay. So the next question we have for you is, what's your best memory from your journey to becoming a CEO?
Okay, so I'm not sure if it's the best memory, but the day I registered Abstrabit has been, kind of a mixed memory because it was a little sad because I was leaving, a well-established, high-paying job, and then I'm starting something of my own. But when I reflect, I remember everyone around me telling me, how can you just leave a high-paying job, But I believe God has a plan for everyone, and we are definitely put in situations where we take actions which are good for us in the long run. And of
Right.
course, the days when we get great testimonials, good reviews, and the new clients are onboarded, those moments still thrill me.
That's what's the backbone of a startup, right? And
Yeah,
of course, registering, while you were registering, I can assume like you must have had a lot of mixed emotions of being taking risk. It
yeah,
was a big risk for you, but
correct.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good that it's going good, and hopefully it'll touch great heights of success.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to the next question. As a CEO, you're constantly in meetings. So how do you retain all that information, and when you need a break, what's your go-to way to relax?
As a founder of a AI company, my one word answer to this is AI. So I cannot stress how AI has been a game changer for me. But I would also say, that as you grow up, you start understanding what is important, what is not. And then, our brain also gets wired to retain the important information and leave out the rest. Yeah.
Right.
So now coming back to your question of needing a break, I love working out and walking in the open air. So
Okay.
whenever I feel I need a break, I just step out. I look at nature, I look at birds, trees, just make sure that I'm not thinking about or talking about work. So this gives me the much needed relaxation.
Yeah.
And if I have time, I love to travel.
Okay. So what's the best place you've ever traveled to till now?
I mean, the best or the most beautiful place that I have liked has been Maldives right now.
Oh, great. Okay. So next is, many people think CEOs just relax and make money. So according to you, is that a misconception or the truth?
That's a very funny question. And I wouldn't blame people for thinking this, Even when I was on the other side, I used to think so. But
Yeah.
now, when I'm the founder or CEO, I realize how difficult this is, And a lot of days, I'm just taking decisions for various aspects of my company, whether it is onboarding someone, some individuals, some vendors, or deciding if we can accept the proposal, or deciding, if we have to go ahead with a particular client, what type of engagement it has to be. Lots and lots of decisions every day. So that happens, that also gives you decision fatigue a lot of times. So I also often tell Savan, who is my husband and my co-founder as well, that I miss the days when I just had to work hands on. But grass is always greener on the other side, so we cannot, we cannot do anything about it.
So managing things itself is a big task.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Now we feel, the people who are in the strategic role who have to take a lot of decisions, those are very, very difficult uh,
Correct.
responsibilities.
Because with every decision comes consequences, and then you'll be the one who has to bear all of that. So, of course,
Correct.
the
Yeah.
big
Yep.
thing. Correct. Okay, so the last question for GAN round would be building Abstrabit, how easy or difficult was it? As the founder taking on all the responsibilities, I read about the many sleepless nights you have endured. Like in one of your introductions on Abstrabit's website, I was going through it. So there I've read that. So can you share what kept you going through your toughest moments?
Yep. So I would say it was definitely not easy. It was difficult and it's still difficult. But we have to feel, we have to understand if it's worth it. It's not just about asking the right question. If I feel motivated and happy at the end of the day, then it makes it worth it, right? So during my tough moments, I reflect on the good times. I recall how I feel on good days. And sometimes I also talk to my clients just to get a confidence boost because majority of the times we hear good things about us.
Yeah. Okay, so that's good. That's what keeps you going, and that's how it goes.
Correct, correct. Yep, definitely.
Okay, so with this, we comes to an end of GAN round, and
Okay.
now start with the Fanyan round. So you can be you and just have some fun.
Sure.
Okay, so I'll start with the first question. This because most of the times, whenever we appear for an interview, this is the most heard question every time.
Okay.
I want to see what's the answer from the other side of the table.
Mhm.
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
It still feels like an interview question, but my answer might be different this time. So I think in 5 years, I believe I'll be the founder of a unicorn.
Ah,
Yeah.
good. That's a good one. Okay. So, what's your favorite meme about being a CEO if you're active on social media?
Meme, I'm not sure. I am a little active on social media, but I don't get a lot of time. I'll pass this.
Okay, no worries. Okay. So, next is who are your two biggest competitors?
So right now we are a very small team, but I would probably say ZS and Accenture. I mean, you asked the biggest competitors, right? That's why.
Okay. Okay. Next is come up with a funny tagline to describe your company.
Funny tagline. Okay. So building AI to save your and insurance money. I'm not sure how funny it is, how people will relate to it, but yeah, for me it's funny because we're just talking about saving money.
Yeah. So it describes it well. It describes your company well.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
it's good. Okay. So next question is, are layoffs happening at your company anytime soon? If you want, you can completely skip it. It's up to you.
No, no, nothing that we foresee for the next 5 years for sure. For the next 5 years, our focus is, hiring people, building a team, scaling, expanding, not layoffs.
Initial stage of startups is usually hiring. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
got it. Okay. So next is, what's the first thing you do when no one's watching you?
No one's watching me, okay. So I quickly check my phone notifications because I have a 2.5-year-old who always keeps watching me. So whenever in front of her, I don't use my phone. So whenever no one is watching me, I just quickly check my phone.
So you can give her the good lesson of not using the phone.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Next is, if you weren't the founder of Abstrabit, what would you be?
I might have been a teacher or a travel influencer.
Oh, something you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Okay. That it's okay. So with this we come to an end of Fanyan section also. Thank you so much for being at Founders Gyan. It was really insightful because I have always wanted to connect with someone who's a woman leader of a tech industry. So it was really great to knowing you and all the efforts you've put into building Abstrabit. And I really wish all the good success to Abstrabit.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much, Mansi. I really enjoyed our conversation. We had a great, especially in the next round, in the second round, we had a great conversation. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
you. Thank you. You wish you
thank,
all the best. Bye.
thank you. Bye.